Oh, right. No autosave. Duh. We gotta go from here. Okay, so investigation day 1, trial day 1, day 2 trial. Okay. Right. We're gonna jump in. Sit back, relax, enjoy the stream, feel free to say hi. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to lurk. Let's go. Special episode, Turnabout Time Traveler.
I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back! Back to that blissful moment! It's almost time for the reception, milady. It actually really worked.
Time traveling. Okay. This is starting to get a little bit weird now. Great. September 21, 10:13 AM, Wright Anything Agency. Okay, let me sure I've got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand then blow out the candle? No, Athena, you got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth. What the? There's no way I will ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena. Tracy, what are you and Athena up to? Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first. Now it's human cannibal this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know. You've made your bed, Athena. Now you've got to lie in it. No, I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy already. My name is Phoenix Wright, in case you guys forgot. Because we literally did not play the previous case. I'm the head of this law office. And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy? I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh? Hahaha, you've got me there, Tracy. This is Tracy Wright. She's my adopted daughter and a magician. And I'm Athena Sykes, the rising star lawyer of the Wright Anything Agency. Or rather the rising star assistant to Tracy, you mean. If I don't get back into a courtroom soon, I'm going to forget everything I've learned. Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? Guess this is as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Maya? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano. Is this Maya? That's not Maya. I have a lot of questions about his outfit though. Hey Larry. Yo, long time no see. Larry? I haven't seen you in years. What brings you here all of a sudden? There's some big news, that's what. Okay. Who's this guy, boss? This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person? There's somebody I want you to meet. Hey, you can come in now. Alright. Oh, it's the lady, and she's wearing her dress. How do you do? Hi. That dress, is that a wedding dress? Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. Ellen Wyatt. That doesn't look like a pun name. I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household. Sprocket? As in Sprocket Aviation? Yes, that's the one. Wow, Mr. Wright, Sprocket Aviation is a really big airline company. You've heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The one they call ROW for short? Yeah, that does sound familiar. Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation. I see. But what is a Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress? So actually, we've decided to get married. Huh? You what? I'm not so young anymore, you know. I figured it's time to finally settle down. What? You're getting married? No way, I don't believe it. Besides... why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? Damn! That's a bit harsh. For a friend. You're kidding, right? Jealous? I don't blame you, but green's really not your color, you know? Alright, Larry, lay it on me. You're getting married? In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married? Not right away, but that's the plan. We're gonna elope, see? Like love on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie? She's not saying anything. Do I want to assume that she's not marrying Larry? Because that would be wise. Larry? I do believe there has been a major misunderstanding here. My heart already belongs to another. I'm in love with Soren. Not you. Say what? That's about what I thought. But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married? You douche. So oblivious to everything. As I said, you misunderstand. You said you'd help me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you. This is not happening. I even shook off the police for you. And for what? That's it. If we can't be together, my life is over. I'm gonna end it all. Oh. It's quite, that's quite drastic. But unnecessary. Wait, back up. Did you say you shook off the police? Yes, we had to, because we're lovers on the lamb. Lamb? Lamb. Sorry, Miss Wyatt, but can you maybe fill me in on what's going on? To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect. Murder? They think you killed someone? I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room, and that's when Larry came along and helped me escape. I'm sorry, but... what? Oh, Nick! Me and Ellie was going to elope. We were gonna put it all on the line for true love. But the police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake him off. Where did it all go wrong? I feel a migraine coming on. Please help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV. More news on the murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has just been released by the police. Sources say that the 21. Dang, that's young to get married, is suspected of clubbing the victim. 25-year-old Dumbest Gloomsbury. Dumbest Gloomsbury. Is that a pun? Ooh, my frames have dropped. Oh dear. Are we good? Let me quickly restart my stream and just see if that fixes anything. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My previous servers are not working. So something has definitely gone wrong. It's been a few months already since I've had to use a different type of server. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, but I hope we are good for now. We'll see how we go. Anyways, where are we? Oh yeah. 25-year-old Thomas Gloomsbury to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous if you see them. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, brother. I guess that means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh? Oh, Nick, what's a guy gotta do? Ellie's dumped me hardcore. I'm the one who should be crying. Okay. I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time? You mean you don't know? You've really gotta stop living under a rock and get out more. I'm the heaviest, hottest picture book author in the business. Oh, he's still sticking with that name. Maurice Denham. I can't believe you didn't know I was taking the picture. I can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking the picture book world by storm. Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote Francie's Whippity Whip Trip, right? Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know, I just created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere. Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket. What, that heart-shaped pork chop? I'm past that age bracket, but I don't know how I feel about this thing that's on his jacket.
He's not pork chop. He's the main character of my latest picture book. A lovable little soul who kisses the hearts of lovers with his arrows of amour. Cupidlet. Why is that so weird to say? And you can see this adorable fellow make his debut in Cupidlet's Lovey-Dovey Lark. In stores now. Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores now or ever. Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will ya? But I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm. Anywho, you'll defend Ellie in court, right, buddy? Please, I'm begging you, I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as this pure white dress. No Cyclops, I guess that means she's telling the truth. About helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into? There's actually one more thing. Actually, I really need to tell you. Oh. You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler. Uh-huh. I'm not sure I follow. After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck, and I went back in time to just before the reception started. Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead, and somehow I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten. Now wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying that the Popo's here? What's going on? Mr. Wright, there are police cars outside. Not just one or two, but a whole bunch. Just for 2 people? Wee woo, wee woo. Daddy, a whole squad of officers has the building surrounded. What? This is the police. There is no escape. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up. Nick, what do we do? Heck if I know. I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3, 40. 44, 45. Wow. Talk about overkill. That is majorly an overkill. For 2 people, by the way. Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. I'm sure this isn't how they raised you. Think about their smiling faces and their warm, home-cooked meals. What the heck is going on? Jack, who in the heck are you? A detective? Now hold on there. Hey, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous. Wait! Who was it? Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright? Oh, Emma. Emma? I'm sorry for all the commotion. So what in the world is going on? Well, I raced on over here as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who holed himself up in here with the murder suspect after he made off with her. And the fleet of patrol cars. Please will be extra careful, because apparently a certain somebody yelled out, "Playback! I have a bomb!" I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about. Well, the police were being so persistent I had to do something, so I tried bluffing. Not that kind of bluff, Larry. Oh my gosh. You know, like you do in court, Nick. Please leave me out of this. Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk to her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center. Okay, bye. I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry. Come on, Nick, we gotta get down to the detention center right away. Listen, Larry, I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not. But I know you will, 'cause it's you. Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help then. What? You skip out on me? You only just started practicing your repertoire, you know. Huh? You'd better stay and practice with Tracy, Athena. A promise is a promise, after all. That's cold, boss. You've got to get me out of this. I can't take it anymore. Let's get practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Godspeed, Athena. Stick your head in this bucket full of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes. Eep. No! Stop, I'm begging you. Oh, bye-bye. Ah, she's getting away. Get back here, Athena. I guess the only person cut out to be Tracy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we'd better get to the detention center and ask Miss Wyatt some questions. Especially about the whole time-traveling business she was talking about. Oh great, I guess we're stuck with Larry. Wonderful.
Alright, visitor's room.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Nick is gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great?
Larry, I told you I haven't decided yet. Oh. She has a frying pan. Okay. I was gonna ask, and then I decided not to.
You're not gonna take my case?
Oh, jeez Louise. She has snot running down her nose. This is gross. What the heck? Okay.
I'm never gonna be happy.
Miss Wyatt? What the? Did I do something wrong? Wah.
Miss Wyatt, please calm down. I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't believe me, and neither will anyone else.
What's going on in this case? Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell.
Oh, the extension of the vows is back.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying. Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through.
Did I really have a choice? I guess not. In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss Wyatt killed anybody. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in her work at the moment. Miss Wyatt, Ellen, let's do this together.
Well, thank you, Mr. Wright.
There, it's gonna be okay. Now try to pull yourself together.
Alright, just give me a moment.
Oh, jeez. We only just started and this case is already...
Anyways, I'm truly grateful to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright.
Sure, no problem. Well, she literally pulled herself together. Okay, suspicion of murder.
Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident.
Alright.
It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury.
Isn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first though, before I start asking questions.
How dare that guy lay a hand on somebody else's blushing bride? What a creep.
That's rich, coming from you. True, you literally tried to take her away. Do you have any idea why he attacked you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married.
Jeez, jealous much? What a loser. You're the one to say.
Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista?
I'm going to assume that's Vista.
Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was.
It was.
I was just about to lose my hope hope. Life. I was just about to lose my life on what should have been the happiest day of my life. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant. A pendant? Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love. And so you made a wish on it. Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but I begged the pendant, please take me back to that blissful moment. And do you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started. So that's the time traveling thing you mentioned back at my office. I'm sorry, but I have to say it's pretty unbelievable. Unbelievable! Oh no, she's back to crying. Oh dear. I knew you'd never believe me! Nick? Ellie here is an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Don't you believe your own client? The magic of that pendant sent her back in time before the Creed could kill her. Sure, Larry. Sure. Yart! Hello, how are you? Or Yar? When I say the T, Yar. How are you doing? Hope you're well. But it's really true, I tell you. This pendant is an important part of the time machine Soren made. I begged for it help, and it really did send me back in time. Is she listening to herself? I even experienced the reception again, even though we'd already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all. Could you not cook while we're talking, please? What are you even cooking? That's a real question. Good, thanks for asking. No worries. Hope you had a good week. Alright, so when and how did you come under suspicion for murder? I remember seeing you play Pokemon before. Whoa, that is a while back because I haven't played Pokemon in a while. It's been a while for me. I've been taking a bit of a break from Pokemon. Hopefully before... I am planning this, but hopefully before Legends comes out, I want to try and see if I can squeeze in a Nuzlocke playthrough of Brilliant Diamond. But we'll see how we go with what I have to play in the upcoming months. Because I already have like Cadence of Hyrule, which I still need to play, so hopefully I can start that this coming week after I finish this case, or just before I finish this case. Then I have what else? I still want to start the other Ace Attorney sub games, the investigations, and then yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm not really sure if I can. We'll see how we go though. And then yeah, I've been playing Stardew a bit, so there's a bit of a mixed variety coming in. Usually play retro stuff, and you've been hooked on Marvel Rivals. Ooh, very nice. Don't let me distract you from playing. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Where am I up to? Well, after the reception ended, the second reception I mean, I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself. Oh, hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day? Well, my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household. I offered to take on the preparation and clean up of the reception banquet. I see. That is so bizarre. Ooh, Stardew. Yeah. It's like my 4th playthrough, but this current playthrough I'm going through is like the 1.6 version, which I hadn't played before. I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room, but it was so heavy I lost all control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern. How big is this lantern?
So you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right?
That's right. I just came across it by accident. I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I had killed him.
So this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen, but then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time. A time machine and a magic pendant. How could any of this be possible? I have no idea.
Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about that other thing, too? About that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked. Yes, good idea, Larry.
Okay. We'll just go here first. So what's the shadowy figure you saw, Ellen?
It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, I started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind.
I wonder if this is just like a ruse. A rouge? A ruse? What do you call it? Some kind of like whatchamacallit? Forgot the word. Basically like oh my gosh. It's one of the movies. Oh my gosh, what's it called? The one that Jim Carrey played and they're like pretending to be people, but he's like in a TV show kinda. Whatchamacallit? I forgot. What's it called? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I forgot what it's called. Poop. Someone hopefully will tell me, or it will come back to my memory. You did? Then that person must be the true culprit. Gamers, hello, Rat King. How do you do? Did you see who it was?
I'm afraid not.
Have you told anybody else about this?
I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was just a dream.
I can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel. Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you. I straight up slept for half the day. That sounds so nice. I had to wake up at like 10 to 8 because one, I had to teach a piano lesson this morning, and two, I had to go and do voting because today is our election day. So yeah, literally had to wake up early just to go and vote. Statement. The wedding. So you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right?
That's right. We've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all.
Oh, Ellie, how can you say that?
You and me are bound by fate, I'm telling you. We were meant to be together. What?
Oh my gosh, this is an absolute mess of a start.
You're wrong, Larry. I've never been so right, baby. It's as plain as the goatee on my chin.
Okay. Larry, don't make me send you to timeout. You're 5 years old. Go to timeout. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like? Oh, she's got an iron now.
His name is Soren Sprocket. Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny.
Did you say Soren Sprocket? As in...
That's right, the next president of Sprocket Aviation.
Wait, he's in line to take over the company?
He's nothing but a rich, spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly. Larry, you and Soren are as different as night and day. There's no comparison.
Oof. Big oof.
Ellie, you're breaking my achy, breaky heart.
So she's marrying into money, huh? Interesting.
What if she's the culprit? I can't believe Soren chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor, my prince. Ah, oh my Soren.
Oh, and she's back to crying.
I guess I've asked her all I can for now. Oh.
Oh my goodness. The worst she can say is no.
I refuse.
How are you doing, Thick? Hope you're well.
Spick and span, spick and span.
Ellen? What are you doing?
I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. I can't have my future hubby come into a dirty room now, can I? It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Spick and span, spick and span.
Let's hope you can wipe away all suspicion from you soon, too.
Nick, we better get to the crime scene right away.
What? You're coming too?
Of course I am. I'll solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills. Ellie might change her mind about me, you know.
That's not how it works, Larry.
How old are you?
34.
34.
21. An old friend of mine and an aspiring picture book author. As we used to say, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Nice. Poor Larry got destroyed. Yeah, he did, 100%. Doing good. How goes this mess? This mess is what I expected, to say the least. I guess. At least he's not smart enough to be hurt by that. 100%. You never get the message, do you, Larry? Next stop, the mooring dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go. Good, we get to leave this lady. I almost said old lady. I stopped myself because she's only 21.
21.
Whoa. So this is Sprocket Park, but where's the reception hall? The reception hall? Oh, that's... Wow, looky there. What is it? I just spotted me a cute mamacita. Don't wait up, Nick. Oh dear. Hold on, where's the reception hall? Sorry, Nick, a man's gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I am an artist after all. Oh, miss you. Oh my gosh. I repeat. I thought he was going to take me to the crime scene. Ah well, I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected. I'll just take a quick look around until then. Oh my gosh, we have peace and quiet. Thank goodness. Wow, this thing's really banged up. You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by heavy winds yesterday. A big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway. I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado. The repair guy was saying, don't touch it, it's dangerous. I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy, looks like it was a lot of work. Bench? So this is the bench hit that sign. Oh, this bench hit that sign, huh? Hopefully it didn't hit a person too. That would be a catastrophe. I guess from now on, whenever I'm walking around outside, better be on the lookout for unidentified flying furniture too. Also known as oof. Wow, that airship is huge. Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky, but I've gotta say, they're mighty impressive when you can see them up close like this. Oh, he's back. Hey, sorry about that. I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh?
Lay off, man. I wasn't on my game today.
So now that you're done, you mind telling me where the reception hall is already? What do you mean? It's right there in front of you. What? Huh? Is it in there? Right in front of... Wait, what's that say? Flying chapel? Do you mean to tell me... Yep, at least reception was on that airship. Whoa, a sky-high reception hall? Yep, and that's where you'll find the crime scene. Man, not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the spice tank continuing too. But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip though. Here, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet. Pamphlet? Pamphlet. By the way, I figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you. Who'd you call? You did? Yep, should be here any minute now. A car? Is it Edgeworth? He's the only one I know with a car. Yep, it's Edgeworth.
That red sports car.
Larry, don't tell me you called.
You know it, buddy.
I trust you've been well, right? Oh. Never mind. It's Maya.
Surprise! Now admit it, that was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
That's a good trick, game. That was a very good trick.
Maya, what are you doing here? Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being the time for him to tie the old knot.
But that's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride. Me. Phoenix.
Maya, I know this is sudden, but please marry me.
Oh my gosh. I feel like Larry's character is just getting worse and worse.
Nick, what's Larry talking about?
He was dumped by his bride. Well, by his imaginary bride anyway. Wow, poor Larry. That's a new low, even for him.
But hey, imaginary girlfriends never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
Thanks, Maya. This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back home here in the States.
That's right, the new and improved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready. Look at you, Maya, all grown up and cute as ever. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something. If I ever got married, I'd miss out on all the fun of always meeting somebody new.
Oh, what? Oof, I see. Okay, now this is Edgeworth. Oof, I see you haven't changed a bit, Larry.
Edgeworth!
Edgeworth, I figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur? It's nothing like that. I just happened to run into her en route and picked her up. And by run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car and nearly ran her down. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine and the district's chief prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me Larry called you up too. He did. And the old gang is back together again. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene. Business? What kind of business? Is he the prosecutor? Just so you know, Wright, I am the lead prosecutor on this case. There it is. What? You? Yes. It appears we'll be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around. I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor? It's a bit complicated, to say the least. In what way? The groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in a court, it would sully the Sprocket name. Then they tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office. Pressure to sell it? To sell it? Pressure to settle it amicably, right? What do you mean, settle it amicably? Amicably. Potato potato. It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug. Wow, Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout? Yep. Yes, they have especially strong ties in both the political and the judicial world. My words are flubbing already. To the point where no one dares to oppose them. Don't tell me that includes you. Don't be ridiculous, Wright. It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates was loath to prosecute a sprocket. But that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right? That's right. I will personally see to it that justice is served. I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I am up against. But that is a part of my creed. The Assassin's Creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that, not even the almighty Sprockets. Right. If they think they can use their influence to bend the truth, they have another thing coming. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests. But all they got instead was you. That sounds like a little bad thing.
Edgy, come on, man. How can you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you?
I'm simply doing my job. And I'm warning you, right? I won't hold back, not for you or anyone else. Thanks for the warning, your righteousness.
Edgeworth.
So, how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume? Of course, unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands. Guess that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth. Nice try, Wright, but as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy, including you. As inflexible as ever, I see. Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. You have? Oh, if anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well. Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself? Excuse me? He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he? Edgeworth, about this incident. Don't forget, right? I am the prosecutor for this case. Need I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries? No, I guess we are adversaries for now. And you, Larry. Me? No, the dog in the corner. I'd like you to come with me. You have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect.
But Edgy, we're old pals, aren't we?
Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now, come along. Nick, help me out here. Bye. Is he gonna drive off? Bye. And he's gone. Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever? Yeah, I guess some things never change. So much for mellowing out. Well, Nick, we better hop to it, too. Up to what? Investigating the crime scene, of course. What else? It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is going to be fun. Fun, huh? It has been a long time, though, since we were last together like this. Alright, to the crime scene then. Yeah, and away we go. It's the old team. Maya and Phoenix. Back together again. Is that a flying ox? Okay. There's a lot of clocks. Okay. Anyways, Flying Chapel. So this is the reception hall. According to the pamphlet, we're right here. Just there? Yikes, we're pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad. Oh look, Nick, it's Emma! Hey Emma, over here! Mr. Wright, Maya, does this mean you've taken the case? Yeah, that's how things kinda turned out. So, do you mind if we take a look around? Be my guest. We've pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead. Now's a good chance to find out more about this case from Emma too. What happened? What happened? Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case, so do you think you can give us a rundown? Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday on September 25th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 PM to 10 PM. 7 PM to 10 PM, huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you? Time traveling? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Forget it. That's pretty much the response I expected. The victim's name is Dumas? I still have not figured that out. Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household. Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means two of them were co-workers? Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back. Doom and Gloom. Wow. If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, a guy who was essentially her boss? We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her. And what circumstances are these exactly? Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with the murder weapon still in her hands. But why would a bride, who was just about to start a happy new life, kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that? Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back. But why did he attack her to begin with? Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gooseberry must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first? But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick? It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove that, but... I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim. But wow, a servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company? It sounds like a modern day fairy tale. It does, doesn't it? Thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently. Uh-oh. There's some conflict going around. The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on. So she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself. So a maid with no family or fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh? I guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two. Yes, apparently the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed. That didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding. Love flourishes in the face of adversity. Oh, is that how it works? Yep. If you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert. Apparently Maya has experience with love. Love! I spent all my spare time in Korean watching soap operas on TV. The best way to learn about love. Soap operas. I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya. Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her. So even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who opposed their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. Okay. Murder weapon. Was it the frying pan? So what was the murder weapon, Emma? Damn it, it's not the frying pan. This clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered. The victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? That's funny. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell. Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence? There was definitely a luminol reaction. And it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's gotta be the murder weapon. What a funny looking clock. Throwback to case 1. Like game 1, case 1, and 1-2. 1-1, 1-2. Oh my goodness. The thinking clock. Thinking statue clock. We have another clock now. Hooray! They call it the timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it brings them back to the memory of their wedding day. Time machine, huh? Come to think of it. Ellen said her pendant was a part of the time machine. I wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works. Okay, I guess we will... Can I present anything? Is there something I can do? Nope, okay, there's nothing there. But that's not going to do much. Dun, dun, dun. Snackers! You want to try some? No thanks, I appreciate the offer. Do it yourself, you don't know what you're missing. Okay. So you're sure this is the murder weapon in this case? Positive. The shape of the victim's injuries and the shape of the clock are a perfect match. I see. I dare say that if somebody were to get knocked over the head with this thing, it's more likely to cut off their future than send them to the past. I can't disagree with you there. Okay, guess we will examine. Oh damn. Oh, this is the lantern. Ooh, I thought they were referring to like the mini lanterns. Never mind. This must be the lantern the body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways. Looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken. That's not a cow, Nick. That's Pegasus, the flying horse. Do you guys think it looks like a horse? Because it looks like a cow. No way, it's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything. But look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's Pegasus, I tell you. Oh, I know. That pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently it's called a Pegamoo. Pegamoo. It's a morph. Right. I did not see that coming. Yet somehow the name really captures the essence of what this creature is, you know? Huh, that's strange. What is it? Well, this Pegamoo is definitely a male Pegabull, right? Yeah, I'd say so. With the horns and all. Okay, well, that Pegamoo over there is also a bull. A Pegabull. Shuvie, hi! How are you? Hope you had a good week. Well, take a look at the pamphlet. Pega cow and Pega bull. Oh. Did the other one have short horns? See, the one on the right says Pega bull, but the other one says Pega cow, a female Pegamoo. Right. The pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoos with a happy couple. Pegabull. Pegabull, Pegamoo, Pegacow. So for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and a female pair of Pegamoos. But for some reason, there are two males here. Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room? It's hard to believe a fancy plaque like this would make that kind of blunder though. In any case, we'd better check this thing out. Did this come from the lantern? Ick, it's covered in blood. Maybe it's gone on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? Can you imagine going to open the door and finding the knob covered with blood? That'd be bloody awful, to say the least. Ha ha. Ha. Phoenix pulling out the jokes. That'll be bloody awful. Hey, what's this? Ooh, let me take a look. Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck. Looks like a note outlining the murder plot. Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush. Why do you say that? Because the writing is only smudged starting from the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page. Guess I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Handwriting Expert. Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly. Alright, let's just get back to the note. I don't think they knew Pegabull would become a pun long after they released the game. It's a pun? Pegabull is a pun? Oh, wait, no, never mind, don't answer that question, I just figured it out. Never mind, don't answer that question. That note was apparently written by the victim. But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? It took you quite a while. Sometimes my brain is either too innocent to think about those things, or I just take forever to figure it out. Things changed. Things have changed. This game was like 2016, I think. So, you know. Are you sure the victim wrote it? I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour. Maya, are you craving curry rice or something? Whoops. No, Emma, where's this Vista deck the note mentions? It's that heliport you see right outside the window over there. So he planned on pushing Ellen off the room there? What a monster. Okay, and the body. So this is where the body was found. Oh, dang. And the first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found? Let's see, the victim was apparently hit on the back of the head. Oh, blood on his hand. Here's a photo of the scene as we found it. What do you think this is, Maya? It looks like a flower petal to me. What an unusual shape for a flower petal. Do you suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall? No, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. I wonder where it came from. I wonder. I guess that about does it for this lantern. Okay, so we're done with this. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for telling me. A book? Oh, that's a wallet. That's Larry's wallet. Looks like a business card wallet. I wonder whose it is. That face looks awfully familiar. Yes, yes it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later. Can I open it? I want to open it. Can I open it? Oh, I can't open it. Lame. Anyways, here. It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think? Yeah, but I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well. I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head. What's this? I wonder what this partition is for. I imagine people like the reception staff or entertainers use it. They probably wait behind it when they're on standby. I see. With a partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there. An elephant on an airship. Ladies and gentlemen, Maya Fey. Not that anyone sane would. Okay. This must be where the time machine was placed. Can't believe that such a beautiful memento was used for murder. It's just awful. Nick, we have to prove Ellen's innocence no matter what it takes. I agree. Can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit. Where they gorge themselves with the wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this though. They say that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know. They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came to give their blessings. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner. Aw, I wouldn't be able to stand that. I can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it. They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of their wedding dress. With those tight corsets squeezing their waists, they can barely eat a bite. Really? Sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture. I guess food still wins out over romance in Maya's book. Okay, since when did Phoenix become a wedding expert? So that's the Vista deck out there. I bet the view is amazing! Amazing! But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick? Yeah, kind of. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here. I think that about does it for this area. This ball. Wow, look at the horns on this flying bovine. He must be a bull. Seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece. By the looks of those wheels, I bet he can be rolled around easily there too. Oh, I'm feeling a bit burpy. Sorry. Yeah, I bet it would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like. What's that by the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle? Oh. Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside to change the light bulbs. I see they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted. I guess they figured nobody would see it, so why bother? Makes sense to cut costs where you can. True. Well, overall, I can't say I see anything strange about this. Is there something else? What am I missing? Another partition? Oh my gosh, it's a Shuvi. Well, yep, Shuvi, everybody lurking, hanging out. Shout out to you guys, hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know what this mess is right now. That's one big petition screen, industrial size even. I bet it caused an industrial sized mess if it fell over. And that's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya. What? Then who's going to test how stable it is? Just leave it alone. Please. No touchy. It's a fog machine for the reception. Pretty cool, huh? Don't you dare touch it. Aw, spoil sport. That's because I know how you operate. Ah, the dastardly duo. Always am. No, thanks, Nate. Best mod. A model airplane, the perfect decoration for an airline company wedding. And a propeller plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feeling. Oh, I love seeing the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over near old Tokyo. If Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I could see it happening. Why didn't I think of that? I think I'll go suggest the idea to them later. Please at least wait until after the trial is over. Maya listens when you tell her not to touch things. Talk about a character development. Very true. What am I missing? Isn't this the same thing? Oh, I guess I can zoom in on this one. It's a fog machine. I wonder if they used it during the reception. Woo! Hey Nick, go stand over there for a second. Why? Just because. Now go! Alright. I've got a bad feeling about this. So she can't touch that one, but she's touching this one. Fogmaster 9000 on. Maya, no! Huh? Aw, nothing happened. Looks like it won't work without some dry ice. Darn it, all I wanted to do was surround you in a thick cloud of smoke. Meh. Okay. That specific one fog machine, apparently. The other one didn't count. Oh, okay, that was the last thing. Well, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene. Hey Nick, I want to see the rest of the airship. We might as well since we're here. True, we might even run into some of the other people involved in the case. Oh. Hello, sir. How do you do? Looking pretty suave. Nick, how long has that guy been standing there? I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? Okay, sorry about that. Got interrupted. Huh? Nick, you wrote something on that paper airplane. I guess we're supposed to read it then. Let's see here. Get out, intruders. Well, that was rather cold welcome. Mr. Wright, Maya, meet the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket. Or to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation. So he's Ellen's fiance? Sorry, I had to. Oh. And he's gone. Oh, there he goes. He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's the genius inventor behind many Sprocket Aviation's business successes. An inventor, huh? Yep, he even designed this airship. That's pretty impressive. Nick, this is no time to be standing around gawking. We have to go after it. We need to ask him some questions about Ellen. Oh, right. It looked like he was heading outside. Okay, bye Emma. We gotta go out here, I think. Thank you, Shuvi. Thank you for laughing. At least someone appreciate my jokes. There he is. Excuse me, could we talk to you? Excuse me, do you mind if I ask what you're doing? He sure is riding up a storm. It is possible if an enormous change in mass could be detected. Let's just see what he has to say about Ellen. Ellen, excuse me, but we'll be representing Ellen in court tomorrow. So could we ask you about the case? Ow! What the? Not interested? Not interested? How can you say something like that? This is about your fiancée. She's under arrest, you know. Diameter of the airship is approximately 80 feet. The amount of energy necessary to move matter comprised of that amount is... He's off in his little own world. I can't believe he said he was not interested in talking about his own bride's arrest. We'll just have to talk on his level then, with something he might be interested in. This? What are you showing me that for? It's the sprocket. I can't read them at all, not even with an item as loaded with sentiments as this. Okay, maybe not that. This? Could you take a look at this? Is that Ellen's? Ellen told us that she traveled through time during the incident. She said it happened after she made a wish on this pendant. You mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers? Yes, I just told you that a minute ago. Because you did not listen the first time. Ironic. Sorry, I was lost in thought. He wasn't even listening? Oh boy. He's not at all what I expected, based on Ellen's gushing testimonial anyway. Let's try again. We'd like to ask you about Ellen's case, if you don't mind. I don't know a thing about it, so why don't you go ask the police? In other words, not interested. This guy's the worst. Now I feel sorry for Ellen. In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen traveled through time? Go on. Guess that got your attention? So is time travel really even possible? Yes, it is possible. Alrighty then. Meow. At the same time, it is also impossible. The pendant I gave Ellen is not supposed to operate as a time machine by itself. What do you mean? The timekeeper, that clock we had displayed in the reception hall, that is the body of the time machine. The pendant is simply a part. That clock was the murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too. What Ellen experienced is akin to traveling down a road by car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless maybe the quantum system inside the pendant somehow accidentally interfered with the natural flow of the fourth dimension? We're losing him again. Maybe we'd better ask him some more about the time machine. Is he supposed to be the next president of an aviation company? Yep. This one in particular. Sorry, I whip like really loud. Anyways, time machine. So you've been researching time travel, have you? Moving through the space-time continuum would be the man's ultimate means of travel. Time travel as a mode of transportation. Since the dawn of time, man has developed multifarious methods of transportation. Horses, steam engines, gas engines, airplanes, spaceships. But they all are fundamentally similar in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind into a new paradigm? Why do I sense an arranged marriage plus murder framing to get out of the marriage? Seems like it's going towards that direction. Unless Soren's trying to hide the fact that he is interested and doesn't want to show it. For purposes. I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden. Well, that's just rude. For generations, Sprocket Aviation has advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it is only natural that I would research time travel as man's next great leap. Is he done? So what exactly does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick? Well, basically it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-thru to it, I guess. Oh, I get it. It's the same burger but with a quicker and more efficient delivery system. So what Soren really wants to do is... Lunch, humanity? Lunch. Is that meant to be a pun? Launch humanity into the future. Launch, not lunch. But do you really believe that time travel is possible? It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. I just noticed he's doing the pen spin. Cool. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. But you wouldn't understand. Did you hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist. All I know is Soren isn't the easiest guy to wrap your head around. I just swallowed my saliva. What? Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the way he's talking. It's full of hope for the future. It's more passionate than I thought too, when it comes to inventions anyway. You were literally falling asleep. That was quite a change of interest. Yeah, his apparent lack of concern for Ellen is troubling though. So I hear the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage. What are your thoughts on that? Master Soren? What the heck is with this monocle? This guy reminds me of someone and I can't put my finger to it. It is time for the meeting on next term's project. What is this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? Tut 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 tut. I think it's meant to be like tut, tut. You are the future president, and I accidentally mashed the A button. Hold on, let me get back to that while I confuse. Okay, as if the monocle wasn't weird enough, this guy's shoulder pad became a satellite. Anyways, what do you say? You are the future president. You must consider the business side too. It is I found Soren. Send the car over at once. I'm not interested. Oh, Master Soren, you do give me quite the headache at times. In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please go to him now. Okay, bye. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce Nickedy. Pierce Nickedy. Pierce Nickedy. That doesn't seem like a pun. I don't think. The heck? Now it sounds more like the rest of the family framed the wife. They were the ones against it. Yeah, they're the ones that were against it, the in-laws, and now everyone's just like, hello. I'm a weirdo. I am the Sprocket family butler. Nick, a butler? I didn't know they actually still existed. I thought they were just on TV and stuff. And who might you be, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright, Ellen Wyatt's lawyer. And I'm his assistant, Maya Faye. I'm a spirit medium. Oh, so it is you. I am most grateful for you for taking on Miss Ellen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks. Don't mention it. This guy did it. So, hey, speaking of the case... Oh, one moment, please. Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch. Oh, this? It's just a bit of good luck charm. That's one expensive good luck charm. But I guess it makes sense, knowing the time's pretty important in his line of work. I guess that pocket watch is as important to him as my attorney's badge is to me. Interesting comparison, but okay. There is a little time before I must attend to Master Soren again. Why not come to Sprocket Manor? Huh? You mean to Soren's home? As a token of appreciation for taking on Miss Ellen's defense, I would like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments. Oh boy, Nick, a fancy high-society tea party with high-class snacks and everything. And what about the investigation? Are you kidding? What better place to investigate next than Soren's house? I don't know. Do you really think his house is going to give us any new leads? Of course it will. I say we take the butler up on his kind offer and go to Soren's place. Alright. You win. Very good. To Sprocket Manor then. Okay. Oh yay! Super sauce. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna put on my cardigan because my parents just turned on the aircon. Now it's cold. Oh. Okay. Wow, this place does not disappoint. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, and she's gone. Whoa, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere. Now then, we won't have to worry about anyone untoward eavesdropping here. You sure? I take it you wanted to ask me some questions, huh? That's why you invited us here? I am sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder after all. I couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk sullying the Sprocket family's reputation. Aw, and I was really looking forward to all those fancy snacks too. There, Maya, don't cry. This PSI is one shrewd man. And very suspicious. Hey Nick, look at that cute vintage radio. Radio? Oh, that thing over there under the stuffed bull's head? I'm gonna take a closer look. Oh my gosh, she just broke something. And this is why Phoenix says don't touch anything. Oh dear. I thought I told you to settle down. I'm sorry. Not to worry. Oh. What the? Wow, that little mech fixed it right up. I knew! Never mind, it's all fixed now. Somehow. I am not only the butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director. One might say that patching things up is my specialty. That was incredible! What is that little doohickey on your shoulder anyway? It is my fixer-upper. It's my fixer-upper shoulder mech. Master Soren made it for me. It has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment though. That's so cool. I wish I had one of those. Fixing things is a simple matter, but fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked. You must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here too. Let's examine first. It's a cute emote. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet. Hey Nick, how about I throw it and you catch it? And you try to catch it, yep. Why me? Just because. I bet you look hilarious flaying around trying to grab it. But doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet? Who cares? Just catch it. Here. Ow! Hey! You threw that right at my face. Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet. Trust me. Why not? They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of a marriage that doesn't last. But I already caught it. Rip Phoenix and his future. Whoops, too late now, huh, Nick? Cool. Rad. Anyways, what's on the floor here? Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor. Wow, look at that. It's a Flying Chapel card? Or key card. The Flying Chapel? What areas on the Flying Chapel require a key card, if I may ask? Mostly areas we want to keep the public out of, such as the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery. So you can't enter those areas without a key card. That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen. Wait, what's Ellen's key card doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred? I don't believe so, and she was arrested by the police straight after this morning. Oh, straight away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier. Was that man wearing a beret by any chance? Yes, he was. As a matter of fact, he was also wearing sunglasses and a fake moustache. Of course he was. I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here? Oh, I can't pick that up? Now, poop. Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception? Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here. Do you mind if we have a look at that photo? Be my guest. Take as long of a look as you like. Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape? A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds. Wow, look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous though. She does, doesn't she? Hey look, there's Pierce. Really? Where? Right there, behind the sweetheart table. Gotta go for now, but hopefully be back later. No worries, Shruvy. Hopefully I will see you later. If not, have a good weekend. Hey, you're right. Bet he was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner. So, what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out at you? No, not at the moment, anyway. Hey Nick, if Ellen really did travel back in time, do you think this photo is of the second reception? You know, after the time jump? I wonder. Excuse me, sir? Yes, can I help you? Ella told us she traveled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that? Oh, no, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. He clammed up faster than a clam. Interesting. Hey Nick, now here's a real lady. Oh, this is interesting. She looks smart. She looks smart as a whip, doesn't she? I wonder who she is. We didn't see her on the airship. She's dead. That is Selena Sprocket, Soren's eldest sister. Beautiful and capable, she was a great lady. Soren's sister. I think I see the resemblance. Maybe I shall pierce this photo later and ask him about her. Okay. Anything else? Probably not. That doesn't seem to be of interest. The incident. About the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for. Do you think she did it? Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. Guess you could call it a gut feeling. Whoops. Oh. I see. I guess we have a different opinion. Well, we have different opinions then. Do we now? The prosecution says that when Bloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family. Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case. I fear you are mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet. Basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose. I realize how callous I must sound, but my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future and Master Soren, whose genius is essential to the company. I will do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as the Sprocket family butler. You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well, don't you think? Yeah, I could easily picture Edgeworth with a butler. 100%. Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime. Go on. It was sometime after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall, and that is when we saw it.
a woman standing in front of the victor with the bloody murder weapon in her hand. It was none other than Miss Ellen. But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like. That's right, she just happened to find the body. I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. And that is what I told the police who came in response to my call. I see. So Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh? Okay. Did Ellen say anything to you about traveling through time? Bum bum bum. She must have been delirious. There is no need to take such a claim seriously. Soren himself said that time travel is possible though. Master Soren said that? It sounds like he is still stuck in the past. He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Where's that phone coming from? Excuse me. Oh right, his satellite. Did I just hear time travel? You sure did. You missed quite a bit here and there, because time travel was mentioned a lot. What is it? I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. We must not disappoint her, understand? Oh boy indeed. You sure are busy. All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon. Could you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past? There is something in Master Soren's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me, this isn't something I should be sharing with strangers. Now I really want to know what Soren's still hung up on. I bet it's this. Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet. She's dead. Yes, about that. He seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her? Alright, very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past after all. Soren's past? She's 100% dead. Master Soren would become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line. So why isn't she becoming the next president? 'Cause she's dead. Because she died in a car accident. Predictable. What? I had no idea. Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident, losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he has buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then. He seemed so stiff and robotic, I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him. Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spent all his time on inventions. As for the family butler, I am truly concerned. I believe it is high time he let go of the past. Hey Nick, what are you doing here? Larry. Yep. Gosh dang it. Larry. Oh man, Edgy gave me a heck of a hard time. Larry, what are you doing here? I came to promote my new character. Cute Piglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it. Wow, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You can learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them?
Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed.
See? And this is why you'll never be rich.
Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapel yesterday, right?
Huh?
Was that? What were you doing there?
Nothing.
Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of. But never mind that. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that, let's start with you. You weren't involved in this case, were you? There's gonna be Cyclops, isn't there? Larry?
What the heck, he ran off? Hey, he took off!
I just knew it. When something smells, it's usually
the birds.
Come on, Maya, after him.
Oh, are you leaving so soon?
We have to run. Thank you for making time for us. I know you have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yes, of course. Bye-bye. We're back here. I'm gonna drink some water because my throat be feeling a bit raspy. Larry figured out how to beat the mind-reading lawyers, just freaking book it. He ain't gonna avoid it for much longer. Here he is. Hey, Larry!
Hey there, friend. Fancy meeting you.
There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you. But tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that?
Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. A bolt of inspiration for my new picture book hit me and I had to run as all. It was like a cupiphany.
Cupiphany.
You dig?
Right.
He's just going to keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick?
He sure is. Let's just give him back this wallet. I found this in the reception hall.
Say, that's a pretty stylish wallet, ain't it?
Have you ever seen it before?
Nope.
I'll take that as a yes. Which means he must be trying to hide something from me.
I don't know anything about that wallet.
I'll just have to take him to task later. Okay, so we have to actually talk to him first. Cyclops incoming? Come on, Larry, I know you were on that airship, so what did you see?
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I was never on that stupid airship.
There it is. Oh, at least it's only 2.
Cyclops. You say something?
The spiritual power of this magneton allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone is trying to hide something from me. They're called Cyclops, and when I see them, simply press the magnetometer to try my hand at breaking them. I can unlock them, I'm sure, to finally get a straight answer out of him.
So I assume I can do it?
Yep. Okay, so I should be able to do it.
Take that!
Oh, this must be when I present the wallet.
What Larry is hiding?
This is no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding.
I'm telling you, Nick, you've got it all wrong. I've got nothing to do with this case whatsoever.
Now, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through such a blatant and obvious lie.
Guys, we're babies.
Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Elle into my office in the first place. And all those cops.
Nothing to do with the case whatsoever isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, at least do a better job of it. Don't diss me, Nick. If you're so convinced I'm lying, then let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on that stupid old airship anyway? Let me see some proof, if you got any.
Doubling down, are you? Fine. You want proof, Larry? Here's proof that you were on that airship.
Take that!
Uh-oh.
Oopsies.
This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall. Yeah! Time to come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding?
Whee! Alright, fine, you got me. I'll tell you everything.
Well, that was easy. Unlock successful. Alright, spill the beans. Larry, what were you doing on the airship anyway? Well, I went there to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me. Oh, I didn't know you took on real jobs like that too. Well, for your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net. And that's how you met Ellen? Uh-huh. I mean, I'd send her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person, the way she smiled at me and said, "Thank you." I felt like I'd been hit by lightning. And that's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? Damn. So were you invited to the reception? Can you believe they only told me family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall. Smart move on their part, I'd say. I got upset and started wandering around the airship. That must be when I dropped my business card wallet. So somebody else must have found it and brought it to the reception hall then. But you know what? I saw something incredible when I was on that flying chapel. Like? Get a load of this! What the heck is this? What do you mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? It's a drawing. No kidding. No kidding, it's a drawing. Thank you, Larry, for clearing that up. I sketched a picture of one of the cabins on the airship. So what's so incredible about a cabin? Look at what was outside the window. An pterodactyl. It's one of those flying dinosaurs, a real-life pterodactyl. No, that's an aerodactyl. I looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying out there. That airship traveled through time, I tell you. What? When I told that P.S. Butler guy about it, he told me to never mention it to anybody ever again. But why would he try to keep you from spouting what is clearly just nonsense? Maybe Sprocket Aviation is secretly developing a time machine. No way. Nick, this case is totally amazing. Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you? Of course not. Edgy would just roll his eyes and think I was off my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was wandering around on the airship. I told him I met Ellie at the mooring dock and we ran away together. Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right up his head had he heard about this. Okay, another drawing. So Larry also experienced a time slip somehow. How is that possible? Hey Nick, I'll be taking my card wallet back now if you don't mind. Yeah, please, take it. Oh yeah, this is for you. What is it? What is it? It's a picture of the hold. I took it when I was wandering around on the airship. See, there's Ellie right there in the middle. The hold? Yeah, see, it's right here on the diagram. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what was Ellen doing there? Well, they were using it as prepping area for the reception. I see. And around when did you take this? Before the reception. I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready. So this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if it will be of any help, but thanks for this anyway. We have so much evidence. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how'd you get in there? That's a trade secret. Kanchanya! And the hits just keep on coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation. Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen too. Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you? Totally forgot about that, I'll be quite honest. Okay, let's head over to the detention center then, so you can say hi. Later, Larry. You loser. Excuse me, I just yawned.
No! Why?
Please understand that this is Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Alan's busy talking with somebody. Oh, the butler. The next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Miss Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us? If it isn't Mr. Wright. So, their marriage is definitely off. There is no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what is best. No. If in that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right? Oh, he seems surprised. I suppose you are right, but I am afraid that will be impossible. That's not true. Not for Nick. Maya seems very up close. It's like very zoomed in. I don't know if any of you have noticed. I feel like she's a lot more zoomed in than it was before. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things. I don't take cases lightly, so rest assured I will prove her innocence. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world, for better or for worse. P.S. I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage. Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. I believe that's where you're wrong, P.S.
I'm clean. I swear I am. Obsessively, compulsively clean. Just as clean and pure as this pure white dress.
Fine, you have my word, but you will be the one to regret this promise. Now, if you will excuse me. Good boy. Now I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we finished our investigation and we'd like to talk with you about what we found. And she's back. Okay, so what did you find out? Investigation results. In the course of our investigation, we heard that you had been seen standing in front of the victim with the murder weapon in your hands. So why is her bouquet different?
It wasn't what it looked like. It's true I was holding the murder weapon. But when I found him, he was already dead. I panicked, and I was hoping I could go back in time again, like I had done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking.
You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of behavior makes you an easy target for the prosecution.
No.
And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
Time travel... Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. Incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Oh. Not only that, but apparently P.S. Nickety told Larry to keep quiet about it. What's she gonna pull out now? Oh, another frying pan.
But why would P.S. do such a thing?
Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact.
Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, you did manage to find your key card at the Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you.
Oh, thank goodness. I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I look everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it. At least they're tears of joy this time, for a change. Well, Nick, looks like you'll have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow. That's right. I swear that while Mr. Gooseberry is being killed, I was busy traveling back through time. Right, with stodgy skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecution tomorrow, we're really gonna have our work cut out for us. Ugh. To be continued. That was actually shorter than I thought. Oh, okay, so we're gonna do this trial, and then after that we will call it for today. Oh. But I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Thank you everyone who's hanging out, lurking in the chat. Yeah, so we're gonna finish off this trial. Hopefully it's not too long, because I know the second trial is gonna be longer. So yeah, if you do need to head off, feel free to do so. Otherwise, stick around and we'll finish day 1. Oh, did I just save it onto... Aww. I just saved over top of the previous save, didn't I? Hold on. Did I actually just do that? I meant to save it in a different file! No! Damn it! Gosh dang it. Well, rip that old save. Anyways. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I was mentally telling myself before I started. Ah, that's what I get for talking while saving. Or was this trial day 2? Was it trial day 1, I think? I can't remember. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I should probably change my stream title. I just realized it's still on investigations. 1 second. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Ellen. I see you're still wearing a wedding gown. I will continue to wear it until our marriage is saved. Oh, Soren! Oh, is he here? Oh, he is. Do you think he came to see how she's holding up? Sorry, my love, you came all the way to the courthouse just to see me? Oh, sorry, I don't know what to say. Blueprints. Huh? The engine blueprints. I can't find them. Do you know where they are? Oh, they're in your room. Third shelf from the bottom, on the right-hand side. Wow. Ah, I see. Oh, and he's gone. He's leaving already? How considerate. Don't tell me he just came to ask about some stupid blueprints. Are you really that cold of a person, or is that just how he comes off, I wonder? What about me, Soren? Oh, he's back. Ellen? He's back. Come home soon. Aww. I'm lost without you. Who sings that song?
Oh, Delta Goodrum, Lost Without You. That's the one. I was like, who sings Lost Without You? Sorry! Later. Looks like showing your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capturing a woman's heart. You should take notes on this, Nick. Please leave me out of this. Anyway, it looks like Soren isn't big on words. But it's clear that he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, I actually feel kind of relieved. Mr. Wright, I just absolutely can't be found guilty, you hear? Don't worry, I'm going to do everything I can to prove your innocence. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you. The trial's about to start, sir. Edgeworth. Knowing him, he's not going to yield an inch. I've just got to fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Court is now in session. Court is now in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Seeing so many familiar faces gathered together like this, I feel as though I'm at a grand reunion. Makes me want to go out for dinner and a drink and reminisce with all of you. Please, Judge, we literally just started. No. Oh, this sounds like a great idea. I was dying for a real burger the whole time I was away. We can make it a welcome back party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth? I have no intention of card-voting with my enemies. Now then, Your Honor, let us start this trial at once. Ho-ho, still not one for light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Jokes and good humor are beyond worthless in a court of law. Guess we'll just have to have the party without him then. However, were it after the conclusion of this trial, I might consider joining you for your little welcome back party. I certainly wouldn't mind an invite at the very least. He's still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of this case for us. The victim was Dumas Gloomsbury, a servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mr. Gloomsbury apparently felt some animosity towards Ellen Wyatt, and so, a bit after the reception ended at 10 p.m. he assaulted Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Gloomsbury. In other words, it was justified self-defense, correct? If that's the case, then the defendant might not be criminally responsible. He's right. Worst case scenario, I could go for self-defense to avoid the criminal charge. I wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that though. The prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honor. Very well, bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Emma Sky. Please state your name and occupation, witness. Emma Sky, forensic investigator. And I'd just like to say, sir, that being in the same courtroom as you is a great honor. Oh, true, it's been a while since she was a kid. Oh, that's right. You're a fan of Edgeworth. You're a fan of Edgeworth, aren't you, Emma? We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But just this once, I intend to faithfully and fully testify for the prosecution. And I do mean that wholeheartedly. I expect no less from you. Yes, sir, I'm going to do my very best. Looks like you lost the popularity contest to Mr. Edgeworth, Nick. I really could care less. Besides, she'll see who's the better lawyer once I win this trial. Yeah, maybe then you'll actually really care less. Now then, Detective Sky, if you please. Testimony! Yeah, thank goodness we're back in modern courtroom. No fancy-pantsy Korean stuff. Rundown of the case. The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. The victim was hit with it from behind and he fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body holding the murder weapon. The victim was struck twice, by the way. We didn't get an autopsy report. He was struck twice? That's right, there's no mistake about it. The first blow was to the back of the victim's head. It was hard enough to knock him unconscious. Yet despite the fact that he had been immobilized by the first blow, the defendant delivered a second fatal blow to the side of the victim's head. Which means, what exactly? I figured it would go right over your head. Let's put it this way, by striking the victim a second time, the defendant killed her last chance to escape from any criminal wrongdoing. She did, but how, Mr. Edgeworth? The defendant may have been fighting back because she was being attacked. However, she then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who was already fully unconscious. Oh. Fair point. Nick, is he saying what I think he is? I don't feel so well. And thus Mr. Wright has justified self-defense being removed from the table. The prosecution intends to prove that the defendant killed the victim with murderous intent. Allow me to belatedly submit the victim's autopsy report. Yike! We just started! So that's why he was acting all smug. Well, more smug than usual. It's fine, right? It's not like we're going to plead self-defense anyway, right? Right, but now the judge has a negative impression of Ellen. May not get to prosecute much anymore, but he definitely hasn't lost his touch. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I have a feeling it's that second quote, because the photo said something about, yeah, this hit was from behind, because he was lying face up. I can't believe I did this. I'm gonna be smug later and save the other episode on this one. Oh, damn it, I didn't want to save over top the previous one. Gosh dang it. Anyways, where's the photo of the victim? There it is.
Objection!
Detective Sky, I'm afraid I have to apologize in advance. For what? For embarrassing you in front of your idol. What do you mean? If you take a look at this photo of the crime scene, you'll see that the victim is lying on his back. But if the victim had been hit from behind as you claim, then he should have fallen over into the lantern face first. Not enough to simply take someone's side, Detective Sky, even if it is Mr. Edgeworth's. There does appear to be a flaw in Detective Sky's testimony. Mr. Wright, if you think I'm going to just back down right now, or back right down, then you're sadly mistaken. Emma's unusually fired up today. I wonder why. Don't forget, she's in front of her hero, Nick. If the Steel Samurai came to watch this, I'd want to do my absolute best too. Listen, Mr. Wright, it's entirely possible that the defendant moved the victim's body after he fell over. In that case, there wouldn't be any contradiction, right? Indeed, that was an excellent counter-argument, Detective.
You can count on me, sir. So, what do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
Is it possible that the victim's body was moved after he fell into the lantern? No. Sorry, detective, but there's no way the victim's body was moved after his death. Oh, really? What makes you so sure? The pieces. One look at this here and it should become obvious. Let me save first. Oh, actually, screw it.
Take that!
Oh. Is that not it? What? What do you mean? This?
Take that!
Now pieces of wood! Those broken bits of the lantern? Yes, if the body had been moved after the fact, these fragments would have fallen off of it. But as you can clearly see, they're lying perfectly undisturbed on top of the body. I could have pointed at the top of his chest. This means that the victim must have been lying face up from before the lantern even broke.
You're right!
But wait a minute, if that's true,
Then when was the victim killed?
I mean, the lantern was still whole during the reception, right? Right, which means we've just overturned a major assumption about this case. If the victim was already dead before the lantern was even broken, then the body must have been inside the lantern since before the reception started. Oh. In other words, the defense asserts the victim was killed before the wedding reception. What? In short, when Miss Wyatt was seen standing in front of the body after reception, it wasn't the moment just after the murder was committed. It was the moment she happened to discover the body, just as Miss Wyatt claims.
Objection!
Whether the attack was committed before or after the reception is entirely inconsequential. Ugh. After all, it was the defendant who prepared the reception hall for the event in question. Therefore, when the murder occurred, changes nothing with regard to her guilt. She could have killed the victim before the reception, you know, and then tried to hide his body in the lantern after the event ended.
Objection!
Sorry, but that doesn't make any sense. I mean, where would the body have been hidden during the reception in your scenario? That's... Even you have to admit it, Mr. Wright. Oh, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth. That this has opened up a new possibility. Do explain, Mr. Wright. Well, if Miss Wyatt didn't commit the crime in the reception hall, then that means someone, somewhere put the victim's body into the lantern. I suppose that makes sense. A dead body couldn't have been put in itself in there. Exactly, Your Honor. In other words, if the murder actually occurred before the reception, it opens up the possibility that... it's probably him being killed somewhere else. He was killed in some other way. The defendant didn't. Most of the logical answer at the top. If the body was hidden inside the lantern, then it's possible that the body was moved along with it from somewhere else. Oh, you're right. You can run that mouth of yours all you want. But do you have any evidence to support what's coming out of it, Mr. Wright? Of course I do. I think the answer lies in that piece of evidence and in something that was left at the crime scene that will point us to where the victim was really killed. Very well, Mr. Wright. In that case, what proves that the lantern and the body were moved from somewhere else? Yeah, this. This it has the cows.
Take that!
Or not? Okay, I'm rushing it now. Whoops! I thought it was that. Okay, I need to really think this through. I honestly thought it was the picture, but it's not. What proves that the land— oh, I misread the question. Whoops. Thank you for the hydrate, Francisca Boncama. Hope you are well. Thank you, thank you. What proves that the lantern and the body were moved from someplace else? This is before. I don't know if— I don't think this is the one. Nope. I want to assume it's this photo because it has those petals.
Take that!
Yep. The photo of the victim again? Yes. I'd like the court to focus on this thing right here. Now do I point to the petal?
Take that!
There we go. I was one step ahead. Mobby. Flower petals, Mr. Wright. These petals are from a kind of flower that were not present in the reception hall. This means they must have gotten into the lantern when it was somewhere else. Oh, then I presented things in the wrong order. And just where do you propose this somewhere else to be, Mr. Wright? Now I present the photo of the hold. Propose that this piece of evidence will tell us where the flower petals came from.
Take that!
There we go. Please take a look at the flowers in this picture of the hold. Notice how the petals are of the same shape as the petals in the crime scene photo. Yes, I see. They do look to be from the same kind of flower.
Objection!
Is that really all you've got? A flower is a flower is a flower. A flower is a flower is a flower. Chief Prosecutor, by the way. They're all the same. I would hardly call what you presented compelling evidence. I'm afraid I couldn't disagree with you more, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave a flower of this type to my lovely wife once we were young. I can assure you that this is very meaningful and compelling evidence indeed. The soundness of my judgment in this matter is backed by nothing less than pure love. A flower is 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 a flower. And is a flower. In case you guys didn't know, it's a flower. But Your Honor, let it go, Mr. Edgeworth, and move on. It's clear you don't know much about flowers. Jeez. Rubbing it in his face much? It's not like you have anyone you'd actually give it anyone. Damn. It's not like you have anyone you'd actually give any to after all. Oh my gosh, Phoenix. Ouch. That's mean. Wow. Hey Edward, guess what? You're single, so you don't have any flowers to give. You're the one to talk, Phoenix. Damn. But maybe you should study up on them, just in case an opportunity presents itself. Thank gosh. Yeah! This is from the man who only knows the names of 3 types of flowers. 3 types of flowers? But that's hardly relevant to the case at hand. Single guns, by the way. The defense asserts that it's highly probable that the victim was killed in the hold. If the body was then placed in the lantern and moved to the reception hall for some reason. Whee! It would completely destroy the prosecution's case. Then you mean the body was... Yes, the victim's body was... already inside the lantern during the entire beautiful wedding reception, while the defendant and her betrothed were celebrating their love. What? They were...
Objection!
Yes, Edgeworth, what would you like to say now? A smooth talk might work on his honor, but it won't work on me. What are you talking about now? Flowers! Take another look at all the evidence and you'll see what... you'll see what I mean. I wish he would just tell me already. Now figure it out yourself, Phoenix. Detective Sky, I'm sure you've already figured out what I'm talking about, correct? Of course, sir. Mr. Wright is the only one here who hasn't. Why don't you leave this to me, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, let's see what you can do. Detective Sky, please give your testimony to this court. Number 2 testimony. Prosecution's rebuttal. The victim could not have been killed before the reception. The autopsy report states that the estimated time of death was after the reception. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong. There's definitely some kind of weird shuffling shenanigans happening in regards to like, I don't know, knocking out Ellen, thinking that time traveled, but she was just replaying a whole scene. Everyone was just playing along. I don't know. That's just my theory. It's clear Mr. Gooseberry was killed after the reception, and that completely contradicts your claim. I guess so. I guess you're right. Moving on. Tell me you took at least a cursory glance at the autopsy report, Mr. Wright. You only just got it. It appears you've grown rusty since our last encounter. Might I suggest you go back and brush up on basics? Sure, though I must say, you're as cocky as ever, Mr. Edgeworth. Wow, these guys are just throwing it at each other, huh? I beg your pardon? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? I'm just saying that I'll go back to basics, if that's what Mr. Edgeworth wants. I'll prove how badly he's underestimating me with a good old-fashioned cross-examination. He's just like, what the heck are you saying? You still think I don't know my flowers? Very well then, let's see you put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Wright. The prosecution's rebuttal. Victim could not have been killed. The autopsy report states that the estimated time of death was after the reception.
Hold it!
I've read the autopsy report too, you know. Then you don't need me to explain it to you, right? Now there's no way the victim could have been killed before the reception, I mean. Detective Sky, I think you've overlooked something big. I have? Why don't you take another look at the evidence? But I've already looked at all the evidence, and quite carefully too, I'll have you know. Detective Sky, do not be taken in by his verbal antics. He's simply bluffing as always. Right, sir. Oh, that was it, huh? And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong.
Hold it!
Is it possible that the culprit did something to obscure the real time of death? No, not in this case. There was no snow or anything to keep the body from decomposing. And there's no fridge on that airship big enough to fit a body into it. So you already checked into that, I see. What comes to the estimated... The fog machine! It all comes down to the estimated time of death, doesn't it? Couldn't the killer mess with the victim's time of death by keeping the body on ice? Yeah, if they had the means to. Prosecution is treating the estimated time of death as an absolute. But is it really? I take it you don't think it is, huh, Nick? In that case, we're going to have to find a way to convince them otherwise. Yeah, there's gotta be a way somehow. The fog machine, because of the ice, it slows down. It slows down the time of decomposition. Do I present this photo? Where is it?
Objection!
Wrong statement. Oops. Hold on. Replay. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Do 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 do. Where do I? Oh, I forgot the fog machine. Oops, I have the actual fog machine. There we go. I presented the photo and I was like, what am I missing? I admit that the estimated time of death does contradict my theory. Finally, and that means your theory that the victim was killed before the reception is still entirely plausible. Huh? What makes you think that? Oh, 1 second guys, I need to close my bathroom window because it's raining! 1 second! Alright, I'm back. Just suddenly started raining hard. Raining cats and dogs. The killer could have falsified the time of death by using a certain item in the reception hall. Please take a look at this. And what is that contraption, Mr. Wright? It's a fog machine, Your Honor, used to create a special romantic atmosphere in the hall. And this machine could have been used to falsify the time of death? Yes, Your Honor, because this machine uses dry ice to perform its magic. Magic! Dry ice? Yes, the super cold stuff commonly used to make theatrical fog, right? I see, so your claim is that this dry ice was used to keep the body cold? Oh, in that case, I guess the victim could have been killed before the reception. Hehehe. Order in this court. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this development? That the victim was killed in the hold before the wedding reception. The prosecution acknowledges the possibility of this claim. Now we're getting somewhere. However, the prosecution would also like to thank you, Mr. Wright. For what? I didn't know how a certain piece of evidence fit into this case, but now thanks to you, I do. What piece of evidence? To get into the hold, one needs a key card like this. Oh no. And here we have a record of those who entered the hold with such key cards. The times aren't specified, but those are the last 3 entries on the day of the murder. And as you can see, the last person to enter the hold that day was the defendant. What? Well, the one who moved the body out of the hold must have been. That's right, it was none other than the defendant. Oh yay. Hey Nick, take a look at this entry record. There are a couple of other names on here besides Alan's. Hey, you're right. What? What? Okay. According to the entry record, Mr. Edgeworth, Pierce Nickety has also gone into the hold. Isn't it possible that he could have been the culprit?
Objection!
No! Sorry, but Mr. Nickety was escorting a few of the guests at the time. I'm sure they would be happy to testify to that fact if you'd like. Think me cocky all you'd like, Mr. Wright, but my confidence is rarely misplaced. Yeah. Now then, it's probably safe to assume that after the killing victim in the hold, the defendant moved his body to the hall in order to dispose of it discreetly. What do you mean by discreetly? The defendant volunteered to take care of the reception's cleanup personally. That means she would have had the chance to dispose of anything in any way she wanted, including taking the lantern off the airship without raising any suspicion. Don't tell me you didn't know about Miss Wyatt volunteering for the cleanup duty, Mr. Wright. No, we knew. Last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet. I see. Gah. Look at you sweating buckets like a rookie even after these years. Nevertheless, thank you for proving that the only person who could have killed the victim in the hold is Alan Wyatt. Yeah! Great job, Phoenix. Now we're back to square one. Perhaps you should ask Miss Sykes for some help in reviewing Defense for Dummies. Why did you bring Athena into this? What did she do wrong? Where'd he go, sir? You've got Mr. Wright in a cold sweat. I wonder if maybe the promise of seeing that miserable look on his face is what brought me back to court today. It certainly made all my stress and woes as chief prosecutor just melt away. I guess he had a lot of stress built up. I'll give him something to stress over before we're through today. Your Honor, the prosecution asks that you re-render your verdict at this time, before that man over there tries to throw the court into chaos with his meaningless bluffs. I see, Mr. Wright. Are there any last meaningful bluffs you'd like to present in this court? Even the judge knows what we're doing. Why does he have to assume it'll be a bluff? Nick, hurry up and throw a good one out there. I will. Well, alright then, let's see. I've got it. How do you know it was Miss Wyatt who used her key card? After all, if it turns out that somebody else used her card, it would mean Miss Wyatt didn't do it. Interesting. And are you able to prove this bluff to be true? I assure you, I'm not bluffing, Your Honor. Well, now what? Just kidding, I am bluffing. Wait a minute, Nick. I can think of a certain somebody who might have used Ellen's key card. This is Larry. You can? Remember? The one who was sneaking around in the hold in spite of not being a family member? Oh, that's right. Larry. Gosh dang it. Your Honor, the defense would like to call a certain witness to the stand.
I need the testimony of this person who may have entered the hold with Miss Wyatt's card. Maya Fey. I'm kidding.
Take that!
That's your witness? Are you saying that that numbskull was on the airship? You never breathed a word about that to me. Ooh. Shame. That's not surprising because Mr. Nickety told him to keep quiet about it. But Mr. Butts himself admitted it to me. He claimed to have found a way to sneak into the Flying Chapel's hall to see Miss Wyatt. This photo he took and gave to me is proof. Then was it he who moved the lantern with the body inside the reception or to the reception hall? You know as well as I that with him, anything is possible. And this is one possibility we should definitely look into. I can't believe this. What in the world is he doing mixed up in this? Dang, it is raining hard. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Remember what we've been saying since elementary school? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Exactly. Yeah, Larry, you'll pay for this. Well, if you want to extract your payment now, he's right up there in the gallery. Yikes! Bailiff, seize the witness before he makes a run for it. No! Why does this stuff always happen to me? Sorry, Larry, but you brought this on yourself. You're the one that started this mess. Let us break for a 15-minute recess. I ask that both sides prepare for the next witness's testimony during this time. Great. A mini break. Lovely. Why? You could have just jumped straight into it. Gosh. It's probably Edgeworth needs to calm his mind. Wow, it's been a while since I've had this much fun and excitement. I face off against Mr. Edgeworth, a harrowing tightrope walk for the defense. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but it is pouring. Phew, I'm already exhausted. Boss! Athena! I'm here for moral support. Athena, are you all done practicing for Tracy's magic show? Well, to be perfectly honest, I sort of ran away. But that's because she was putting my life in danger, I tell you. I see. I think I'll need to have a one-on-one with her. You're really athletic and fit, Athena, so Tracy probably thinks she can run you ragged. That may be true, which is why not even Tracy can keep up with me when I run at full speed. Huh, looks like you spoke too soon, Athena. Never underestimate the resourcefulness of a great magician. Huh? These two are just playing cat and mouse right now. Magical girl Tracy Wright is on the scene. No! Now, Athena, it's time to practice human combustion magic. Go on, douse yourself into this gasoline. Oh my goodness gracious. I like how we're just dealing with this situation and then they have their little thing and we're just like, yeah, okay, you can just douse yourself in gasoline, I guess. But don't worry, it's a magic trick after all, so it's perfectly safe. Run away! Hey you, you're not getting off that easily. They get along so well, don't they? It reminds me of the good old days. You, me, and Pearly. Oh, and Detective Gumshoe! Where did he go? Can't forget about him. We had all kinds of fun at the crime scenes back then, remember? Leaving me to do all the serious investigating, as I recall. Court will soon be back in session, Mr. Wright. Right, thank you. So Larry's the next witness, right? I can't wait to see what happens. I can. I don't want to see what happens. Sadly, I already imagine it. Oh boy, Gumshoe indeed. Oh my goodness gracious, this rain. I really hope you guys can't hear it. It's so damn loud.
I miss Gumshoe. It's okay though, we will see him in investigations when I play it. do. Court will now reconvene.
Nick, Edgy! The two of you are gonna hang me out to dry, aren't you?
No, not the both of us, just Mr. Wright. Nick, how could you? I don't really think he did it, of course, but I've got to use whatever leads I can. Mr. Butts, but there is a possibility you moved the lantern that had the dead body in it. So if you want to clear yourself of any suspicion, all you have to do is testify. Now then, your testimony please, witness. Oh, we're just jumping straight into it. Okay. Nick is a jerk face. Nice. Good testimony title. Nick is a jerk face.
Nick, you big fat stinking jerk!
What a great start to the testimony.
How can you doubt your best bud? We've known each other since elementary school. Well, get this, pal. Our friendship's over.
What the heck? 34-year-old, by the way. Well, go ahead, Mr. Wright. He's all yours. I don't know what to say. Off you go, Phoenix. Why me? You're the one who called him to the stand, so he's your responsibility. Thanks, old chum.
Can't any of you show me a little respect, even just a shred?
You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. I would if there were any testimony to cross-examine. I guess we're just pressing in this part. Yay.
Nick is a jerk face. Big fat stinking jerk.
Hold it!
Come on, Larry. Could you please give me something real to work with?
Don't think I don't know about your tricks. If I say something careless, you're gonna shove some evidence at me with a loud
no objection and a super smug look on your face. Yeah, well, that is my job.
And if I get found guilty, how are you gonna take responsibility for what you've done?
Why should I take responsibility for just doing my job? You heartless jerk, don't you have any compassion for me? Now witness, what exactly did you mean by big stinking jerk? Yeah, please elaborate. Tell me how you... We're just becoming counselors right now. Tell me how you feel. What do you see in this picture? How can you doubt your best bud?
Hold it!
I'm sorry, Mr. Butts, but if it wasn't Miss Wyatt that entered the hold with that card, then you're the most likely suspect.
Nick, are you seriously doubting the innocence of your old childhood friend?
Well, technically, yes. Sucks to be you, but it isn't personal, I assure you. Oh, a true friend would believe in me no matter what. Can't you see my tears? Don't they mean anything to you? Nick! You don't really think you can cry your way out of this, do you?
Okay, fine. In that case.
Oh, well, get this, pal. Our friendship's over.
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me.
Shut up! I'm not talking to you anymore.
34-year-old, by the way. This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry. If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Miss Wyatt will be found guilty. For real? If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Butts, for real. Not that I would have a problem with that myself. Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you or didn't you go into the hold and move a lantern up to the reception hall?
I never moved any ball lantern, I tell you. Ooh. How did he know it was a ball? Ball lantern? What? Did I say something weird? You told me that you didn't attend the wedding reception. You stinking liar. Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall. Yeah? So what? Then that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. So how could you know it was a ball lantern? You didn't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone could tell there were two Larry's just digging himself a hole right now. Anyone could tell there were two pega balls by looking at the Flying Chapel's pamphlet. All I can tell right now is that there is a strong scent of ball in the air in here. Wow, this dialogue. Please add that last statement to your testimony, Mr. Butts. Anyone could tell there were two pega balls. There's no pega ball in the pamphlet. You stinking liar.
Objection!
Frog. I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Butts. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a pega cow and a pega ball in their example diagram of the reception hall. But on that day, instead of putting a pega cow and pega bull out for the bride and groom, there were two male pega bulls on display. Yet somehow you knew there were two pega bulls in the reception hall that day. There's only one way you'd know something like that, Larry. It was you who moved the pega ball to the reception hall, wasn't it? Yeah. No. Larry, you didn't. Mr. Potts, did you move the lantern containing the victim's body to the reception hall? That's what it looks like. What? Damn it, Larry. Why are you gonna make these so hard? And difficult. Oh, gosh. Wait, Nick! You don't think I'm the murderer, do you? You and Mr. Bloomsbury were fighting over Miss Wyatt and you ended up killing him? Liar, not you too! Look, I did sneak into the reception, but that's as far as I went. You know me, I wanted her to fly. You snuck into the reception? Yeah, sure, but some of the sprocket men caught and locked me up in one of the cabins. That was pretty awful, actually. That's when I made that drawing of the pterodactyl I showed you, Nick. Ixnay on the... Ixnay? Ixnay on the aerodactyl pate, Larry. What? Ixnay on the aerodactyl tay, Larry. What the heck is this saying? Sorry. Rain's harding. Mr. Wright, not even you would take this farce that far, would you? We are talking about Larry. What do I do? What do I do? Do I accuse of Larry being the true culprit? No. Basically, shut up about the pterodactyl. Oh. That makes sense. Now that you've explained it. No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Butts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. He might have had an imaginary reason to kill Soren Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Gloomsbury. After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and try to elope with her. Just cause I tried to steal somebody's bride doesn't make me a murderer. I believe you, Larry, and I don't think you killed anybody either. You would never do anything like that. Nick, oh buddy, oh pal, I knew you'd come through for me. Funny that, considering your sworn testimony just now that we were through. Mr. Butts, it's time you told this court the whole truth. Understood?
Yes, sir. Moving the lantern. Oh, fast music already? Town, we're near the end of the trial. That was quick. It's just as Nick said, I'm the one who moved the lantern. Dun, 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 dun. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken. There was a note on it that said, exchange with the one on hold, Ellen. I decided to do Ellie a favor. Judge, you can't handle the truth. Oh my gosh, handle. Why think? Why? Although it's not as good as the ones you've done in the past. I'll give you the tip of the hat for that one though. So you switched lanterns before the reception, did you? And that means the victim really was killed before the reception. Hooray. It would appear that Mr. Butts completely fell for the defendant's scheme. Scheme? What scheme? This note from the defendant to exchange with the one in the hold, Ellen. Mr. Butts moved the lantern with the body in it up to the reception hall because of this note. And thus he has become a suspect in Mr. Bloomsbury's murder. That second lantern did feel pretty heavy, but I never would have thought there was a dead body in it. What was a note like that doing on a lantern in the first place? Oh. You've got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I left that note for myself. It was simply a reminder because I can be very forgetful.
Objection!
What a sorry excuse, Miss Wyatt. The prosecution contends that this note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. And you, Mr. Butts, you played right into Miss Wyatt's hands. No way, Edgy, I don't believe it.
Objection!
Do you still really believe Miss Wyatt to be the culprit, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course, my stance on the matter remains unchanged. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it with your cross-examination. Gladly. Oh, I forgot we haven't even done that. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. We were just busy yapping. I thought we had already done the cross-examination. Whoops. Moving the lantern. The one who moved the lantern was poking around the reception hall before the main event. The lantern was broken.
Hold it!
The lantern you swapped out was a female pegamoon. A pegacow, right? Yeah, I guess. Why did you replace a female lantern with the male one? Because I was too busy trying not to get caught. I didn't have the time to check for little details like that. You didn't want to get caught. You could have just left well enough alone, you know. Whatever! Anyway, when I took a look at the broken lantern, I saw there was a note on it.
Hold it!
That note wasn't addressed to you, was it? Well, I guess not, but how could I let my dear sweet Ellie do all that hard physical labor on her own? It's precisely that thought process that constantly gets you in trouble, Larry. Besides, it was my big chance to show her how much I cared about her. I decided to do Ellie a favor.
Hold it!
Nobody saw you the whole time while you were switching the lanterns? Nope, I didn't get caught. Not that time anyway. Not that time. Yeah, when I tried to sneak into the reception hall the first time. I didn't have much luck. Those sprocket guys spotted me and nabbed me. All of my words are failing me right now. Pretty exciting, don't you think? Larry, you need help. Damn. First, Phoenix with Edgeworth and the flowers. And now, Larry apparently needs a counselor. And then they locked me up in one of the cabins. Nick, what are you asking about stuff like this for anyway? Shouldn't you be trying to prove Ellie's innocence? Well, is that the statement of is important to the case? Yes? Mr. Butt's trying to crash the reception and subsequently getting locked up in a cabin. I believe these might be important facts in this case, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Butts, please add that statement to your testimony. The first step is admitting you need help, or rather, admitting Larry needs help. What's the second step? I tried to sneak into the reception, but I got caught and locked up in a cabin. Could be in this statement. Tried to sneak into the reception hall, but I got caught and locked up in a cabin. Let me just press this.
Hold it!
You got locked up, then what happened? I broke out. Then I started looking for Ellie and wandered into the reception hall again. That's when I saw the broken lantern and replaced it. Even after they caught you and locked you up, you still went looking for Miss Wyatt? But hold on a minute. What is it, Nick? Maya, doesn't something seem weird to you? Larry's saying he replaced the lantern after he broke out of the cabin. That's right. Oh wait. Huh? You're right. It doesn't make much sense, does it? Mr. Wright, have you found an inconsistency in the witness's statement? Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. Mr. Buds moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this. Larry wheeled it from the hold to the reception before... Wait, what? Place the... Wait a second. Larry wheeled it from the hold to the reception hall before he... What? Is it this one? Is it this one?
Take that!
Is that? Yes, it's the broken lantern, Your Honor. Why is it already... What? Mr. Butts, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. What? Why not? You swapped the lanterns before the reception began, right? Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? But you also just said that you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in the cabin for trying to sneak into the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns both before the reception and after the reception took place. That certainly doesn't make any sense, does it? Mr. Butts, did you swap the lanterns before or after the reception? I'm confused. Is anyone following? First it's time traveling, now trying to figure out when lanterns were swapped around. What the heck? Which was it? Before or after? There's a world of difference between the two. Well, Mr. Butts, I guess I can't expect guys like you to understand. In a nutshell, it was both before and after the reception. What? I tried to sneak into the first reception and got locked up. The first reception? I don't like where this is going. Then, through the power of Ellie's pendant, time got rewound and we went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it was both before the reception and after the reception. Get it? I don't get it. We went back in time to before the reception. Now, of course, the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's what I said makes what I said makes perfect sense. Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about? Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment that I'm not aware of since I last saw him? Well, none of the sprockets seem to remember the time skip, but I do. And Ellie remembers it too. I think the power of our love for each other made that miracle happen. My goodness gracious me. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but could you please translate this man's gibberish so the rest of us can understand? I don't even understand what's going on, so how do you expect me to explain what's going on? So now I have to be the one to explain about the whole time travel thing? Go on, Nick. I know you can do it. Looks like you don't have much choice, Nick. To heck with it. I can't lose any more of my dignity today anyway. The defendant, Miss Wyatt, has told the defense the following strange story. She said that after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She claims that, as she was being assaulted, she made a wish upon her pendant. Please take me back to that blissful moment. In doing so... Oh my gosh! Time apparently rewound itself to just before the reception began. It what? I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pendant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Butts experienced time travel. What? This whole case is an absolute mess. I don't know if this is worse than the other cases though. What absolute rubbish. Mr. Wright, I've heard my fair share of your nonsense over the years, but this takes the cake. Have you thoroughly lost your mind?
Objection!
But this is simply the conclusion I came to, using that logic ability you love so much. What? The truth of the matter is, the future president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket, has been researching time machines. So, what if a time machine has already been successfully created? And what if that's one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions? A time machine? Yeah, I even saw something while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky. Maybe the airship was set to travel through time before their honeymoon. What? Pterodactyl?
Objection!
You can't possibly have any evidence to back up your ridiculous time travel story. Well, whoops. As I thought. In any case, I now have evidence to prove that you're no more intelligent than Larry. Not so fast now, Edgy. I am not the same old Larry you used to know. Excuse me? Oh. You want evidence? I've got your evidence right here. This is a photo I secretly took of the first reception. What? What? Oh, great. He was holding some evidence. Larry, I can't believe you. Well, anyway, good job. If we compare the photos of the first and second receptions and can find a difference, then we'll be able to prove that the reception was held twice. Yep, so definitely some role-playing happening here. But do you really think such a difference exists? Yes, Your Honor.
I just need some time to find it for you. This is preposterous. Very well, please show the court what's different then. The flowers! I knew something was up with the flowers. This is proof positive. This is proof positive that the wedding reception was held twice. It's the flowers. I knew it. Let me just save those just in case.
Take that!
Please direct your attention to Miss Wyatt's bouquet of flowers. In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant is holding a yellow bouquet. But in the photo Mr. Butts took, she is holding a red bouquet. You're right. I'm loving Larry Butts' Ace Attorney. The sub series. What does this mean? It means that the defendant really did experience 2 wedding receptions, and she did that when she travelled back through time. What? Nick! You did it! You proved Ellen's time travel story to be true. Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. I can hardly believe this is all actually fact. I think. Just as Ellen said, the reception was held twice. This turns every assumption we've based this trial on upside down.
Objection!
Now, of course he would.
Yes, Edgeworth?
I refuse to I refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It is pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best. There is simply no such thing as time travel. I know it's hard, but can't you suspend your disbelief for 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth? I bet sci-fi movies push all your buttons in the wrong way, don't they, Edgeworth? I can totally picture you yelling, "That never happened!" every 5 seconds at the screen. Maybe you should stay away from movie dates altogether. That's neither here nor there. This is real life we're talking about. Bruh. But the proof is clearly shown in the 2 photographs. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how inexplicable... Fine, I'll entertain your absurd delusion. If only to demolish it before your very eyes. What? Let's start with this then, shall we? There is one thing your time travel theory fails to explain. And that is the memories of the other guests there. The defendant and Larry remember the reception occurring twice, but no member of the Sprocket family has even mentioned such a thing. That's true. That's because something. I'm not done, you bird brain. Man, this case is brutal with the dialogue. Oh my goodness.
You bird brain!
Get it? Because his name is Phoenix? I don't know if that was intentional, but get it?
Bird brain!
As I was saying, if the entire family had been sworn to secrecy, then why hadn't they sworn the woman who was marrying into the family to secrecy too? That's a good point. Honestly, all it takes is a little common sense, Mr. Wright. Hey. Even still? How do we know that the trip through time did not really occur? There is proof in the photos there that did, and besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, I'd be a little disappointed, frankly. I was hoping to go back to the days of my something. You mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Your Honor. I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is just not logically feasible. Maybe our argument was just a little too nonsensical, Nick. Well, in that case, why don't we put common sense to the test? Excuse me?
Excuse-moi? The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. But if it wasn't because of time travel, simply because the reception had actually been held twice. 2 different occasions. Isn't that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation? Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright? If time travel doesn't exist, then there's only one way to make sense of what happened. Somebody must have orchestrated this strange phenomenon, and that means somebody is... The gods? I'm sorry, did that just say the gods? Everyone at the reception. Bloomsbury, the gods. The god, goodness me. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's... Is it everyone or Bloomsbury? Bloomsbury? Nope, it's everyone. Okay. I was thinking it was everyone, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Could you imagine the gods be involved? Let us turn back time. Everybody. I still cannot remember of that movie. The one with Jim Carrey in it. And he was in like a TV show. But he thought he was living in his own world. What's it called? Oh my goodness. Why can't I think of the name? What if all the guests at the reception conspired together to hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it? With the way things are going, can we really rule out the divine intervention? Who the heck knows? What? And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing? Well, oh, I was hoping that clap would go longer. Never mind. Ha ha ha! A brilliant deduction defense! Yep, I thought so. I can tell that you are not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Nickley? You have managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You have revealed it all to the light of day. Oh, great. Then that means... It was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice, but not because of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time. What? Why? Why would you do such a thing? Why not? Surely you can have 2 wedding receptions. To make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. Yeah. Master Soren figured that if Miss Ellen, who had killed Bloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she would think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime. Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why? Indeed, they needed no reason. Master Soren told them to do it, and do it they did. That is the Sprocket way. Then who hid the body in the lantern? Me! Yep, we did. But we did not anticipate the petals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts. And that's how you intended to cover up the whole situation? There is just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold. It was the Vista deck. What? But then Miss Wyatt's recollection of the events must be correct. Honestly, with actual spirits and time travel being a thing, I gotta respect the fact that Edgeworth is still a lawyer. Yeah, he's holding up real strong right now. I admit we tried to cover this incident up, but the fact that Miss Ellen killed Bloomsbury is undeniable. This is quite a turn of events. Oh my gosh. You? What? Hehehe. The heck? Who's laughing like that? Oh, is it Edgeworth? Never mind.
Duh. And so it appears we have arrived at the truth at last.
Now.
Please do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright, and attempt to do this trial over again. Go on.
Let's not get hasty, Edgeworth.
I bet you can't do it. I bet I can't either.
Your Honor, we will have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later. But as far as this case goes, I believe we are ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack, she says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible that this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you've lost more than your touch during your time abroad. Damn. This third person nonsense is nothing but rubbish, and you know it.
Objection!
But by the same token, how can we trust those who conspired and lied for this court of law? For all we know, they might still be hiding something. Yeah, you never know when to quit, do you? Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further. Very well, Your Honor. Phew, that was close. Mr. Nickety, as for you and your cohort's attempt to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one. Understood, Your Honor. Well then, this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
Woo!
To be continued. I am glad that went quick, because boy howdy, if that was long I would be crying.